Cricket is a popular sport that originated in England, and while it has spread to many countries, it remains most popular in South Asian nations such as India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. In contrast, Europeans generally do not have the same level of interest in cricket, and instead tend to focus on other sports such as football, soccer. This is Slant News TV. Please subscribe it. There are several reasons for this disparity in interest. One factor is historical. Cricket was brought to India by British colonial rulers in the 18th and 19th centuries, and it became a popular sport among the Indian elite. As India gained independence from Britain in the mid-20th century, cricket remained a beloved national pastime, and the sport has continued to grow in popularity in the country and the region. On the other hand, while cricket is still played in England, it has not enjoyed the same level of popularity as it has in South Asia. England is known as the birthplace of football, and the sport has a much longer and deeper history in the country. Football is deeply ingrained in European culture, and many countries have their own domestic leagues that attract millions of fans. Another factor that contributes to the differences in popularity between cricket and football is accessibility. Football requires little equipment, and it can be played almost anywhere with a ball and a few players. In contrast, cricket requires specialized equipment such as bats, balls, and protective gear, and it is typically played on large fields that are not as widely available as smaller football pitches. Moreover, football is a more fast-paced and dynamic sport that can be played in shorter intervals, which is attractive to audiences with shorter attention spans. Cricket, on the other hand, can last several hours or even days, which can be less appealing to viewers who are not already invested in the sport. Finally, the success of European nations in international football competitions, such as the World Cup, has contributed to the sport's popularity in the region. European nations have a long history of producing some of the world's best football players and teams, which has helped to cement the sport's status as a national obsession in many countries. In conclusion, while cricket remains a beloved sport in South Asia, it has not enjoyed the same level of popularity in Europe. Factors such as historical roots, accessibility, and the dynamic nature of the sport have all contributed to the differences in interest. Football, on the other hand, is deeply ingrained in European culture and has a longer and more successful history in the region.